We all want to be better. Better at our jobs, better lovers, happier overall, but that's easier said than done, because our emotions and willpower can be so easily thrown off track in everyday life. But if you learn how to avoid these pitfalls, your life will suddenly get a whole lot better. Here are 7 tips from experts on how to become mentally stronger. Number 1. Deal with your feelings. Take a minute to think about what you do when you feel unpleasant emotions. Do you bury yourself in your bed and sleep for hours when you're sad? Do you eat a lot when you're stressed? Do you grab a bottle and start drinking when you're angry? We're all guilty of doing at least one of these things, but none of them are really good for dealing with our feelings and processing them in a healthy way. Therefore, to become mentally stronger, you need to learn better coping strategies. Instead of self-medicating or engaging in other self-destructive behaviors, try some of the following. Write in a journal. Putting those intense thoughts on paper will help you process them better. Go for a walk or run. Physical activity will help you calm down, and the boost of endorphins will help you feel much better. Meditate, empty your mind and push all the bad thoughts aside. You'll reduce negative emotions, feel more patient, and be able to cope better. Number 2. Learn to say no. For many of us, saying no is pretty darn hard. But a study from the University of California at San Francisco found that the harder it's for you to say no, the more likely you're to be stressed, burned out, and even depressed. And that's not good. Mentally strong people, however, have no problem saying no, which keeps them from overcommitting. If you say yes to things you don't want to do, or every time someone asks you for help or invites you somewhere, you won't have time for yourself or be happy. In short, try to include the word no more in your speech. Your mind and body will thank you for it. Number 3. Give up your bad habits. In order to be spiritually strong, you must give up your bad habits as soon as possible, because you won't get anywhere with them. Some of the absolute worst habits you should give up are: comparing yourself to others, surrounding yourself with negative people or people you don't like, ruminating about the past, being afraid of change, not learning from your mistakes, worry about things you can't control or change. Number 4. Overcome from your inner critic. Thanks to a little thing called self-fulfilling prophecy, being your own biggest critic is one of the worst things you can do to yourself. Instead of judging and criticizing yourself and expecting the worst outcome of a situation, force yourself to believe that you'll succeed in everything you do. However, if those annoying negative thoughts persist, take a minute to really think about them, and chances are you'll find that some of them are completely irrational. Number 5. Stop pleasing others. Many of us tend to try to please others and seek the approval of others in everything we do, even when we say we don't care what others think. This is a natural biological defense mechanism that protects us from the emotional pain of rejection. However, if you live your life as a people pleaser, you'll not be truly happy, because you'll not be living an authentic life as you wish. Mentally strong people have the courage to express their true feelings and behave the way they want to, even if it's not popular with everyone else. It won't happen overnight, but try to do and say things that you really want to. If you don't want to be with your friends that night, tell them. If you feel like singing along to Call Me Maybe when it's on in the bar, sing your heart out. This takes courage, and believe me when I say that people will respect you for doing what no one else can. Number 6. Don't blame others. When you mess up or something goes wrong, do you play the blame game? Or do you take responsibility for what happened? Although it's often easiest to blame others, that's never a good thing. For example, if your friend often gets upset about certain things you do, like not paying attention, and you blame her for starting an argument and making you feel bad, try to look at it from her point of view. What did you do or not do that made her angry? Taking responsibility for your problems gives you an incredible amount of power and is so important for building mental strength. Because that's the only way you can learn from your mistakes and avoid them in the future, solve problems, and be more successful. Number 7. Be grateful. Life, my friend, is a giant bitch. As you already know, no matter how hard we try to avoid it, this wonderful thing called life throws a lot of crap at us, and we just have to roll up our sleeves and deal with it. But here's the difference between people who've great mental strength and those who don't. Mentally strong people handle their worries and problems gracefully and focus on what they're grateful for, while those who aren't wallow in self-pity, which is never productive. So to become a mentally stronger person, practice being grateful for all the wonderful things in your life. You can do this simply by keeping a small notepad next to your bed and writing down 3 things you're grateful for before you go to sleep. As corny as it sounds, it's one of the most effective ways to become a stronger, happier person. For watching more self-improvement videos like this, please hit the like and subscribe button and be the part of superior society.